Morning, welcome back to Detailing World. Today is part 2 of the garage renovation vlog video thing. Yeah, so we'll dive right into that. Right, so yeah, you may remember a couple of weeks ago I did a part 1 vlog, basically just tidying out this garage, getting rid of some of the clutter. First of all, apologies if it sounds a bit echoey. It's not the best sounding garage in the world, not that many are. But yeah, today we're going to look at trying to put up some different shelves. I've got some sat just there outside. Exposure's a bit bright, but anyway, they're covered in oil. I've got a wasp in here as well. So yeah, these shelves here, these were all original, so yeah, they sort of came with the garage and they're just rusted and they're terrible. As I've mentioned before, it does leak a bit up here, so what I'm actually going to do, I've got some move down here first. Down here, I've got some old pieces of decking. I'm just going to chuck them in the van now and take them to work and trim them down. I think I need about 2.5 foot. And what I'm going to do, these here, so imagine them back there. These here, I'm just going to go to a nondescript DIY store in town and get some 100mm roofing bolts to make them a bit longer. So my plan is to take these existing shelves down, get the old pieces of decking. I was going to use some too before, but it's just way too thick. I wouldn't have much thread left to put the bolt on. So the concrete panels are about 40mm. Those boards are about 25 to 30mm. So that should give me another sort of 30mm left to thread a bolt on. So yeah, drill a hole into the back of those, anchor them from the bolt at the top, and then use some like super fix, you know, some no more nails type stuff, and stick them to the wall, and then mount the brackets onto those old pieces of decking. So that's today's mission. Tomorrow maybe I'm going to try and get a lick of paint as well, so I'm going to pick up some masonry paint today. As I said, the garage has pretty much had it. Tried putting some sealant around like the windows and whatnot the other day just to stop drafts coming in, but all the concrete gaps, there's tiny gaps right at the back there in the corner. I don't know if you can see that. You can just about. Really bad gap there. I don't even know how one of those panels is holding up because there's no wood on the outside, but yes, that's sort of this next couple of weeks' job, is to make this pretty much good, half presentable when it's on YouTube, and really more just about keeping it as dry and practical as possible. Now, as I said, I've got, these are all in boxes, and that is just sort of 5-litre bottles at the back there. And at the front is just sort of testing products that people have sent. So I want to clear that kitchen bench at the back. That stuff, all this stuff will stay here. All this, none of that's getting thrown. I just need to reorganise it. That shelving unit at the back, I'll probably put those 5 litres onto there. So yeah, we'll get changed. I'm in my Saturday morning scruffs. I've had my shave. I just need to go and have a wash and freshen up, and then yeah, head into town. Right, so yeah, we've just got back from town now, so I've picked up the roofing bolts, the 100mm M6, and also a pack of washers to support them. I've also popped down to work afterwards to use a chop saw, cut all the pieces of decking down, put a hole in the end as well. They're about 2.5 foot length, some are a bit shorter, some are a bit longer, but they're decent. I only need about 3, I think, but I've made 6 or 7 there. So yeah, the next thing now is clear these shelves. I've just tested these. I've soaked them in WD-40. The nuts are coming loose quite easy, but I think I need to take the nuts out and put these boards up quite rapidly, because obviously these are anchored using the bolts that hold the garage together from the outside. So yeah, and it is now 12:15. Qualifying today's Bahrain, 3 o'clock. I like to watch build up, so I've got basically an hour and a half to do as much as I can. Also, I didn't get any paint. I might go back and get paint tomorrow. I don't know, I'm going to assess the situation, and as I said in the last video, I don't really want to spend too much money on this. Not even going to get a new garage in a year or two, but at the same time it's like £10–15 for a tub of paint and a brush. So yeah, we'll see how it looks after this and assess it again tomorrow. So yeah, we'll just empty these shelves. Right, so that's the shelves all empty now, as you can see. So it looks like then we've got 2 bolts here, one at the top, one at the bottom. 1 bolt over there somewhere. 1 bolt just there, and then in the corner, I'll show you. So in the corner we've just got that holding it up. Yeah, that ain't doing anything there. As I said, here we've got just the 1 bolt up top, nothing down bottom. 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, and then nothing here, but there is something up there. So yeah, like I said, try and get these old pieces of crap down, and then just need to jump onto the neighbour's side, thread the new bolts through onto these pieces of wood, and our last has gone out. So I may have to see if the neighbour's in, see if he can help me. Otherwise I'm going to struggle on my own. So yeah, let's get these shelves taken down.
I create on drum drops and 808 black tops. Grab the mic so you don't react. The double X polo shirt with the hat to match. In fact, we verbally vibrate your track, then crush your confidence like plastic condiments. Build you up to break you down like forgotten monuments.
So just right into the first hiccup. I've just put around to the neighbour's side, take a quick look at these here. I think they are already 100mm, which is the size that I've got now. Let's take this one as an example, because I need to take that one out. That one I can access from the outside of the garage. But if you look here, there's these wooden boards. There's actually another board under that, so that's, I assume, fascia. And then there's another board on the outside to obviously pull all these in. So yeah, and you know, they end up like that really. So the 100mm bolts that I've got are not actually going to go through the board on the outside, the concrete here, and then the old decking board. Well, they would, but then there'd be no purchase to put a nut on. So I'm going to bodge it. I'm going to take one of these. So I've already done my, that's an 8mm hollow, it's slightly bigger than I need. And then I'm going to basically hang them on hope and dreams. I'm going to put them on there. Going to make the hole a bit bigger on the back to accommodate for the nut. So that fits flush. And then it's just going to be a ton of sort of no more nails or sticks all wherever that is. I guess I could chisel some out. Actually, that's an idea. I could chisel a bit of wood out from up here. Yeah, well, let's try that. Right, so them holes chiseled out now. Yeah, not the neatest, but hey ho. I've got some sticky stuff, some stick salt on this side. So what I'm going to remove, I'll spin the camera around. That one. I'm going to remove the existing basically nut and wash it. We shall put this on. Let's see if we can just try and make this somewhat level, like so. Now that should hold it on its own, but like I said, I've chiseled some of that out. It doesn't look pretty, but I could always fill it, I suppose. But yeah, let's spin that on. Hand tight. Right, one sec. After that, it was in my pocket, so 10mm spanner again, and let's just tighten that back on. So this middle one, that one's not going to get anchored at the top, it's just going to hook over the existing bolt. Really, as long as the end two are quite well secured, they're the ones that are going to be taking brunt of the weight. The middle one, that's just going to be super fixed to the wall. And that's just to stop the shelf sagging in the middle. So yeah, we'll fix that one in place now. Right, so that's all 3 of these secured to the wall, and they feel quite solid now. So next up is I'm going to take these shelving brackets and we'll mount these up. And I just need to decide if I'm going to use the 10-inch deep shelves that I've got or the 15-inch. So yeah, we'll get these mounted and move on.
You confused bastards, tune up the blues masters, quick to grip the mic, cruise fast and sound clash. A critical match, pitiful blast, they've been deflected. Hypodermic vocals I flash, get you infected. I don't hip hop, you don't stop. I let the beat drop, I do the drop. It's hip hop, you don't stop. I let the beat drop, I do the top, y'all.
Right, so that's about it then for today's sort of video. Shelves are up nice and steady. I think the 10-inch ones are the better option really. It is now 2:05. Qualifying starts in 55 minutes. Gotta take the dog a walk yet. Got the in-laws coming up this afternoon after qualifying for dinner. So that's probably it. I'm gonna have to leave the garage as a mess. Get that tidy up probably tomorrow, so I'll probably actually continue this video tomorrow. Morning. So yeah, it's now Sunday. I'm going to continue with the shelves. What I'm going to do today is I've got a couple of pieces of wood like this, so these are going to stick under the shelves. I'm going to hang all the brushes off these, and maybe the mitts as well somewhere, I think, just so they can drip dry once I've done at the end of each session. So yeah, that's today's plan. Not really much to do. Hopefully just an hour or two. So sort all my bottles out, like I said, sort these out, measure the brushes up, sort one of these boxes out, which is also full of products. And hopefully that's it. So yeah, we'll crack on and sort the brushes out. So yeah, so this is a selection of wheel brushes then. The Easy Detail one, very popular, that's the one that I use a lot. And along with this one as well. And then we've got the same here, that's really all just used on engine bays and whatnot. The Viking brush for really multi-spokes. And then the selection of wheel woolies here. I can't remember where I got this one from. Like a cheap, again, generic microfiber wheel brush. And then the 3 wheel woolies. So I think I'm going to be hanging them at the back. And the idea is, before I do that, so yeah, and then these are all the general detailing brushes. So here, obviously, you've got your bog standard brushes, bunch of new ones that I bought a while ago. A couple already been used there. The Meguiar's pet hair brush, Meguiar's classic. And these ones, these are just some paint brushes we had at work. They got a metal tip on, but I've wrapped them in blue. They feel really nice and really long. And the bristles are soft as anything as well, so there's no point throwing them. So providing the bristles are soft on these, there's no point throwing them. You can use them somewhere. I'd probably stick with dedicated car detailing brushes for the paintwork and whatnot. Well, things like paintbrushes, they could probably get used in the engine bay, maybe your wheel nuts and things like that. I've used them in the past, quite good effect. One sec. So again, seen better days, an old paint, well, it were a new paintbrush, you were out of a set that I didn't use. Metal, just wrap the metal up, and that would great for getting down the side of the seats and basically sweeping out interiors. That worked wonders, and really long bristles as well, really helped. So yeah, don't be ashamed of using paintbrushes and stuff. As I say, things like that, they do have the place. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to try and line all of this up just to get it to measure and fit onto the pieces of wood. So yeah, we'll crack on with that. Jim, Jerry. When you're with a sweet, you're in good company. Nowhere else no more happy crew. And then that sings Jimmy Jerry. Cause I'm nice, smooth, hard as a bone. Since I pick up the microphone, I'm hotter than brimstone. The razor sharp, crossbow accurate, and drop the Right, so that's the first batch done then, so you can see the idea that I'm going for there. The screws are a little bit high to the shelf, but as I said, they're going to be held on with strings, so we'll see how we get on with that. I'm just going to do the other piece now, get these screws in the next piece, and then I've just got to pop into time, drop our lasts off, just going out somewhere, and we'll come back and we'll finish this off. I'ma stay blacker than the New York Harlem Renaissance. You with a sweet, you're in good company. You with a sweet, Right, so that's that done. That was as boring as it looked. I think that looks pretty cool now, to be fair, and finally all organised instead of in drawers, boxes and all sorts of different places. So yeah, common wheel brushes left to right, and then group the wheel woolies. So I'd take that one on a normal clean, and then maybe this wheel woolly. And then the other brushes I use on every detail pretty much is the Megs one. And usually this or one of these black ones here I've started using because, well, as I shown you earlier, the equivalent size of that black one in the white handled, that's pretty much disintegrated, it's gone. And look who's back on camera, old pal. And then obviously towards this end is the brushes I'm least likely to use, so the pet hair removal brush, this generic wheel woolly brush I'll probably get used as an engine. Hey up mate. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to get done for now. I'm just going to tidy up, so I'm just going to move the camera out of the way, and then I'll just finish this in a moment.
Gift the gab should be sold in bags. Boost up the price tag, make a whack rapper mad. Rely on my right side, securing I take tight, take.
Right, so then that's all the existing bottles sorted. So a lot of these at the back here, these are basically my own bottles that I bought some years ago. And it's essentially just autosmart products in them, which is all the 5 litres back there. But then I also used to carry around a box down here, whoop, there, full of goodies. I've just emptied some right stuff out of that box, bringing back memories. So this here, Mark V stuff, one of my first ever, when I first got into detailing. I made an order with Ben at Rubbish Boys, so if you're watching this, Ben, I hope you're doing well still. All-purpose cleaner, never been opened. What else have we got? I found this lovely bunch of goodies. Now that is, I think, some kind member on detailing. Well, I don't know where that one's come from. But someone sent me all these lovely samples of Zyno. I think I got that from Dodo Juice. That is a Dodo Juice sample. Forgot what the name is. Orange Crush. Yeah, Orange Crush, that's what that's called. What else have we got? So paste waxes, good for winter. So that's Finish K1000P, Collie 476. Poor Boys wheel sealant, Chemical Guys wheel sealant, Maguire's one of the first metal polishers I bought, but I mainly use Auto Sol. I do like that. I've just had to throw a bunch of different metal polish racks. They've just dried and crumbled up. That one's still well in there. The first ever proper car wax I purchased, you know, rather than supermarket branded stuff, or Turtle Wax should I say. Dodo Juice Banana Armour, again that was a Rubbish Boys order. Zymol twins up there, and Zyno as well, leather cleaner. These you'll have seen in the Unicorn video, the coloured snow foams. Built Hamber Deox gel, trying to deal with some rust on the Cupra. Oh, Bright Max twins, they were beautiful metal cleaners. What else have we got? I've got a bit of Dodo Juice shampoo left, and this one, Supernatural. I forgot how good that were. I'm glad I found that, so I'm going to give that a use again. Red Mist, one of the best smelling products around in my opinion. More Chemical Guys stuff, Poor Boys Bug Squash. Oh, some memories there. And then I've just got that stuff to sort, so I'm going to tidy this up. I'm going to turn the camera off because you're probably getting a bit bored now. Yeah, and I'll try and get some sort of organisation of these shelves. I think I'm going to have like stuff I don't really use a lot up top, and tubs, just because there's not a lot of height up there. And then down here, I need to figure out how I'm going to do it. It's probably wheel shampoo, you know, organise it in the way I would probably use it on a car. So all my polishes will probably stay in boxes, or I might need more shelf space. We'll find out, but yeah, I'll come back to you in a sec.
Gift the gab should be sold in bags. Boost up the price tag, make a whack rapper mad. Rely on my right side, securing I take tight, tasty tangible to your man.
Easily, tuna be cleverly swelling my treasury. Vocal pedigree for you critics who try to measure me. But leisurely about to run you down my resume. Had a bundle of struggle from birth to my present day.
Right, so that's the garage all tidied. It is now 2:15 on a Sunday afternoon. So yesterday I sort of did 12 till 3ish, and then another hour in the evening, so I did about 4 hours nearly yesterday, and pretty much again the same today. So yeah, I'll show you what we've done. So as you remember in the last vlog of the garage tidy, I had a lot of Auto Glim stuff as well, like hidden in a box. And then there was also another box that I used to carry around to shows and when I was doing customers' cars and whatnot, full of bits and bobs. So as I said, I was sorting this shelving out. We'll just quickly run through that. So along the top, the thinking is basically bulk stuff, anything sort of like the bio brisk at the back, this here, the bug squash, anything that needs diluting down or I'm not going to use all that much, that'll be going on this top shelf here. There's also then things, there's a full set of Power Max cleaners that I got from work. I need to test them, so they're just grouped together, just there to be tested. Same with the Zyno, I'm just going to get that used up at some point. 2 full bottles, 325 and 500ml full bottles of Auto Glim, unused, unopened. So yeah, there's a lot of product there. On the bottom, we've got the wheel cleaner here. Snow foams, that is my usual, which is Autosmart Ultra Mousse, and then the detailed online stuff at the back. Not any preference, just tallest bottles at the back, smallest at the front where I can. Selection of shampoos, so that's what I've been using a lot over the last year or two, is a Mare shampoo. Dodo Juice Sour Power, Supernatural, as Serious Performance, Ultra Gloss shampoo. We then have some sort of Poundland special bug and tar remover that I found. That's TARDIS in there. It's not all season dressing, it's just the bottle that I got. And again, we've got fallout removers here, so that is again Autosmart. I think it's just called fallout remover. Iron X, and then the Car Pro stuff as well at the back, the lemon scented one. Quick detailers. I'll just move the camera around. So yeah, we've got quick detailers there. Just bottle of water there, always handy to have on. Clay lubes, so Dodo Juice Born Slip It and my own concoction there. Glass cleaner, sort of liquid finishes, if that's the right word for these. So Zymol Field Glaze, we've got the Showroom Finish and Red Mist Tropical. IPA, you always need that. I've got a bottle of deionized water up top. Dressing, High Style, I've used that for many years, but I also found that as well. I do want to try another dressing. I have used Maguire's, what was that called? Tire Endurance. But I'm up for trying something new, so let me know below, you know, an alternative to either High Style or Maguire's. If it's layerable, so you can have a matte finish up to a glossy, great. I think I do prefer glossy over satin. I don't want much sling, basically. That's the problem with High Style, you can get a lot of sling from that. Anyway, back to the products. So then we've got some leather cleaners here. Then we get to fabric and interior cleaners. The anti-fog from the video I did a few weeks ago. And cheap, nasty Tesco stuff gets put there. Top shelf, as I say, so we've got like WD-40, there's some copper grease at the back. This stuff here, Ultra Gloss Protection and Ultra Deep Shine from Auto Glim. As I said earlier, we've got the Paste Waxes, the Banana Armour, the Orange Crush, original 3M bottles back there. Car Pro Forte, Sonax, more basically sort of like all-in-one polishers. Some of that is, I've even never used it, come as a kit. The Sonax was many years ago and I used to review the first time around for Detailing World. What I am looking forward to getting to try is this one, the Mellow Yellow. As you might remember me saying in the last vlog, I found that as well. And then we'll get on to the brushes. So I've got my wheel brushes all at the back there. So again, most popular ones to be using. Let's crouch down. So we've got the Easy Detail, the yellow. I'll put a blob of sort of silicone on the ends to protect those ends. See if that works. If not, I'll just pick that off. Wheel Woolies, and then this cheap nasty one there. And then again, in order of probably how I use them really. So we've got the Maguire's brush, generic detailing brushes, work stuff, which I'll need to do a review on. More generic paint brushes, as I said earlier. And then as I was tidying up, yeah, just hang stuff from wall. So I'll put a couple of screws in here. That's my new foam lamps I've just bought. The original one's still back here, so if I do need another foam lamp for whatever reason, the pressure washer attachment's just there. We then have the bucket, so the top one's the wheel bucket, then I made wash and rinse together there, and that bottom one's actually got a crack in the bottom. I've just kept it for whatever reason. Just move them out of the way. So this top drawer is now sort of like the wax drawer, or some of the nicer waxes, so that's Zymol Glaceur, as you remember me saying, that's Dodo Juice Ostentatious, Supernatural, that is Detailed Online Surreal, plenty of applicator pads, and that's just become a junk drawer at the moment, but that's like interior brushes there, engine brush. I'll get round to sorting that. And yeah, after the last sort of first garage update that I did, I've actually got round to sorting all the cloths out as well. So this has been repurposed now, this. So in the top I've just got sort of work brushes. I've found these as well, these packaging foams. They feel much like a lot of tyre applicators, so I'm going to give them a try. That'll be a video to do at some point. But yeah, they're just work towels in there, sort of for engine and wheels. Middle one, much better towels, clean, maybe used once or twice so far. Bottom one, they're sort of the really plush wax removing towels. Get that back down in there. And a couple of glass towels in there. These boxes, them two need sorting. They're just applicators, brushes, really manky stuff. That is a box of drying towels, and that is a box of mitts. So, yeah, plenty of yellow ones for wheels, and then we've got the plush ones in there. Sorry about the light. Anyway, there's a Dodo Juice Supernatural in there. So yeah, and then the bottom one, you've got a fresh brand new towel there. Fresh microfiber cloth never used. Rooky's Fist, applicator pads. So let's put that back. So yeah, and as I said, I want to keep this area as clear as possible. I just want things that I'm working on. So over there are a few snow foams that I was testing a while back. I've got this from Detailed Online, an air freshener to try out. The work stuff, wash mitt and drying towel, microfiber cloth is in there, and a tyre applicator along with those brushes over there. And I just didn't have a place to put these, so a bit of degreaser, big bottles of 3M polishing compound, and then finally move this chair. I got all my 5 litre bottles down there, spanner set there, trolley jack, Dremel at the back. What else is there? Screen wash. Oh yeah, my rotary polisher in there, my DA there, power cables, lights, they're for lighting up the garage, not for lighting up cars. Work lights down the side, torches are elsewhere in boxes. Whew. So, there we go. Yeah, much better. It's still not finished, obviously. Oh, I've got my wheel dollies down there and a couple of boxes that freed up as well. But yeah, it's not 100%, but it's nice that everything's sort of got a place now. After 6 years of living here, it's finally tidy. I'm still not sure if to paint the garage or not. Just let me know what you do. If this was yours and you was thinking of getting a new garage in the next year or two, would you bother painting it? I mean, if we look behind, you can see gaps in the roof, gaps in the panels. Let's go this side. Well, the door, excuse that light, we have above my head there a massive gaping gap in the roof there, gap all the way along really. Gaps down here, side of the window. I did seal that the other day, so that's actually, you can see through it, but it's clear sealant. Another gap above the shelf there. The ceiling's fairly, the roof's fairly watertight, so I don't really worry me too much. But yeah, would you bother really? I don't know. I really don't. And to be honest, all this tidying and moving around I've done, I don't want to have to do it again, to be quite honest. So yeah, anyway, that's enough waffling on. If you enjoyed this video, then please smash that like button. If you've seen this through to the end, then my God, you're amazing. And yeah, if you've not subscribed already, then please do make sure you subscribe to this channel. It's not all going to be tidying and cleaning garages, but it might be every now and again. So yeah, it's Formula 1 time now, and we'll see you next week.
Jiminy Jim, Jiminy Jim, Jim Jaree. How sweet is as lucky can be. Jim, Jiminy Jim, Jiminy Jim, Jim Jaree. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you. Up now, as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think of sweet on the bottommost rung. Though I spend my time in the ashes and back, in this whole wide world there's no happier cat. Jiminy Jimmy, Jim, Jim.